This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so is Drake getting exposed again for having a ghostwriter? Now they have the Mob Ties reference track out. Now, listen, that was a long time ago, okay? I think it was over 6 years ago now at this point. I mean, you know, you could have cooked this up and put it out. Supposedly Vori's on some reference tracks too. I don't know, you know. You know, I have no doubt in my mind that Drake has help. And that doesn't... I never considered Drake to be the most pure hip-hop artist ever, okay? He's just winning. He's good at what he's still good. But he has help. I think Kendrick and all these guys have help too. There's no way you can produce at the level you're producing without a little bit of help at that point, you know? Like, these guys are putting out high level music, you know, for over a decade now. Kendrick, J. Cole, these are guys who are built for longevity. We can say they suck or whatever this, but they don't, you know? Like, you know, Kendrick to me is just like the pure hip-hop guy in the game right now. I don't think he's better than Nas. I don't think he's... I prefer Cole over Kendrick, even though Kendrick gets more technical. Is Kendrick better than Drake? At lyrics, yeah. At making songs, no. Not to me. But, like, I always categorize people in different, you know, categories. You know, like, one's good at lyrics, one's good at making songs. Drake's really good at making songs. He's pretty good with lyrics, but maybe he's getting help. We don't know. He has a lot of money, a lot of influence, a lot of people around him. He has the power to sign people and take their songs. He does that often. You know, nothing surprises me in this game at all. The Locks have spoke about it where they like Drake as an artist, but they don't totally... You know, the pen game is questionable because is everything 100%? These are guys. Now, I'm going to tell you something about the Locks. Jadakiss gets help from Styles P. Styles P gets some from help from Jadakiss. That's just... They help each other. They're in a group. They help each other. Okay? I've seen it. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. These guys are top tier writers and lyricists. Okay? And they'll only get help from each other because they only respect each other, okay? And they're more like brothers. They fight like brothers, everything, you know? The Locks is a unique group. It's kind of like Mobb Deep was. Unique, rare, MOP, people like that. You can't really say Gangstar because they kind of broke up. It's hard for a group to stay together, you know? It was hard for Wu-Tang to stay together. It was so big, and everyone started making separate money, and it looked better than the group, but they always do come back together for the group. Drake reference tracks are just leaking. Drake's like the... Drake peaked. I told you guys, I think I said it when Certified Lover Boy came out. I was like, Drake has peaked already. You're seeing the down... You've seen Drake peak at a 12 to 13 year point, right? It's going to take him 8 years to come down the slide. No Diddy, you know? So, like, Drake going downwards is slow, but you're going to see it. And it's starting and it's happening. This whole Drake and Kendrick thing proved a lot. Drake's not untouchable. This is the second time Drake failed to respond at the end. Kendrick won. Like, yeah, he did win. You know, he had the last diss. Drake did some sorry. It wasn't even a diss back. It was I call the last track Waving the White Flag. You know? You did that with Pusha T, too. And that's like, dude. It worked with Meek because Meek's not likable. Let's be honest, you know? Drake's just great at Drake should just stay in his lane and just make great records and be the best at being marketable and this and that. Like Kendrick do the other thing. Everyone has their role. There's the J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake are 3 totally different artists to me. You know, J. Cole somewhere in the woods eating nuts, no Diddy, and leaves. Kendrick somewhere, you know, reading a dictionary, you know, coming up with deep, you know, playing a wizard game, coming up with deep, you know, double entendre, you know, whatever. And Drake is somewhere getting inspired to make a hit record. And that's it. They're totally different. 21 Savage brings out Drake at the Budweiser stage in Toronto, and it goes crazy. It does. People love them as a duo. So I guess 21 Savage, there was some weird thing where he was like trolling Metro earlier. But like, I don't know. It's like, if I was Drake, I would look at 21 Savage sideways. Before we get to this, someone was killed at the Trap Museum. It had nothing to do with the Trap Museum. I think someone just caught someone slipping at the Trap Museum. You know the guy who died? The guy that cleans up the parking lot. How sad is that? It's disgusting. Hopefully the guy who shot the guy that cleans the parking lot gets caught. I don't care, man. You can't kill innocent people. It's between you and the other guy. Kill each other, man. Don't kill the guy cleaning up the parking lot at Trap Museum. Now, the Trap Museum is located right near Bankhead, which is cleaning up anyways. I mean, it's not like it's like a bad... But it's still kind of like a mixy area around this area. A lot of Atlanta is mixy. If you come to Atlanta, you'll notice that like you'll be on a really rich block. The only part that's not mixy is like when you get into Sandy Springs and Buckhead. Parts of Buckhead are, but I'm talking about where the houses are. It's not mixy. But when you get down to where the apartments and everything are, it's mixy. You'll be on a very rich block and then a very poor block. A very rich block, a very poor block. It's really like that downtown where the Trap Museum is, you know? Rich, poor, rich, poor, rich, poor. So it's all mixy, you know? And that, that just creates a lot of different kinds of things happening, you know? It's just mixy. That's what I call it. So then we got Diddy. Gene Deal was talking about this. That Diddy and Pac were like spooky tight. He thinks it's a lover's quarrel what happened between them because they stopped messing with each other at one point. And then Tupac got shot. And he was shot by an affiliate of Diddy. Now, after Pac passed, Diddy said, "The tragic death of Tupac Shakur is a tremendous loss to his family, his friends, his millions of fans, and this entire music industry. On behalf of the Bad Boy Entertainment family, I want to offer my deepest condolences." It's almost like a slap in the face after the beef they were having. Now, Eminem even hinted on one of his songs he believes that Diddy had something to do with Pac dying. Keefy D kind of says he did. You know, it's like it's a big mystery. And there's a big investigation happening with Diddy right now. Keefy D's arrested. Cassie's doing stuff. Like, there's a lot of like working parts that might be a big case against Diddy. I think we're going to see Diddy pay for all the bad things he's done over the next few years. That's what I think. Anyways, I think that's it. That's a wrap for the night. There was not a lot of news today. I appreciate you guys for watching. It's JordanTower with JT News. I feel like I'm caught back up on my sleep and everything. So, regular scheduled program tomorrow. Check you guys later. Peace.